You may be one of them. 40% of people who live here in California are considering leaving the state. According to a new survey, the cost of health care, housing, and everyday expenses is driving the idea.
But as our political reporter Morgan Reiner tells us, just because they're thinking about leaving doesn't mean they're otherwise unhappy about living here.
70% of people surveyed said they are happy here. They credit the state's diversity and inclusion. But the question I asked of experts today, is that enough to keep people from moving?
The new survey out from the LA Times is just the latest to paint a picture of why people are leaving California.
Housing would be just so expensive there.
We've told you the stories of families like Susan Alcasi's or Blanca Nunez's that already made the decision to move.
Our money's going to go a lot further.
The cost of housing, health care, and everyday living expenses dominated the reasons. UC Berkeley assistant political professor Omar Wasow said these are not just numbers on paper.
Well, what we've seen recently is that California is losing population now. And so this is a very serious threat to California's existence as a growing, thriving state.
And surveys like these are quick to be used.
You see these stories about Californians wanting to leave being elevated as a story about crime or a story about, intolerance of, cancel culture or something like that. And that really misses the mark. As we just discussed, people love living in California. They don't love paying so much in rent.
71% said they are very happy. And that's what Helen Torres says should be a key takeaway. She's the CEO of Hispanos Organized for Political Equality, one of the nonprofits behind the survey.
Because if you had a state where people weren't happy, didn't have their values aligned, and had economic stress, you probably had a very hopeless situation. Here, we're really talking about a hopeful situation where the heavy lifting of our values and our sentiments towards the state are really a resounding support of the state's policies, as well as how we're feeling about the state.
Republicans were 3 times as likely as Democrats to point to politics as a reason why they are leaving.